Hello guys, Jared Butler. Welcome back to my channel. And this is the huge Instagram Q&A video that I said I would do like 2 to 3 days ago. I'm finally getting around to doing it. I actually did an original version. I recorded that on my PC with gameplay, but my CPU got overloaded and the footage just turned out like really choppy. Which, believe it or not, I do have standards for my videos, and that did not meet my standards. And also, it was like got to like 80 minutes, which is really long. I don't know how long this one will be. It might be about the same length, maybe a little bit shorter, might even be a bit longer. I don't know. I like to yap. I like to ramble. That's kind of my style. I don't like doing scripted stuff because it just feels weird. And also I'm lazy. I would rather just do it, you know, how I actually am. And I also got like a background thing here. These are all my figs. Here's my hand, so you know this is real. And this is live, by the way. This is like live footage. And I'm sorry if this is going a little bit fast. This is the only turntable I have, and it was really cheap, and I've had it forever. So, and you can also tell like the movement is not smooth. So, unfortunately, that's what happens when you're running a YouTube channel on an extremely cheap budget, which is ironic considering how much I spend on this hobby. But, you know, it's a hobby. I don't really care that much anyways. But yeah, anyways, what's another thing I want to mention? This video is happening off the off the heels of a rather spicy situation that happened in the community recently. If you're only on YouTube, all of this happened on Instagram. This is where most of it happens, actually, on Instagram. That's where all of the active people are, all of the serious collectors, big collectors, serious people, whatever you want to say. And it's a really disturbing situation. It involves some very disturbing subjects that, to be honest, should have no place in a hobby like this. Unfortunately, it does. That's the real world. And lately, for the past 4 to 5 months, I've made a new policy for myself. I've been trying to stay away from drama. And I think I've been relatively mostly successful. Of course, there's the exceptions where people, you know, attack me for like my disability and stuff, or where I'm just making jokes that are just a bit too edgy, and then people think, "Oh my God, he's like a horrible person." Like, okay, whatever, you know, I don't care. If you don't want to watch me, if you don't want to follow me, go ahead, be your own person. I don't care. This is a hobby. But yeah, anyways, I have 51 questions here from Instagram. The rules are, I already said I'm going to be doing this live. Rule two is that in any questions related to drama, I will keep all the parties anonymous because I don't want to further the drama. I don't want to open myself up for attack, even though I might be attacked after this video. Who knows? We'll see. And also, if you're a major brand watching this, which I know some definitely will be, please just watch the whole video before you say anything or you decide to do something against me. I think my like opinion on everything will be rather measured and disappointing to everyone, but that's good because I want to be myself and have my own opinion. I don't want to join like just a mob or something, like a hive mind. So yeah, so any drama, all of the parties will be anonymous in it. And number 3, if I get to duplicate questions, I will just say I already answered it, or I might briefly touch on it to move faster. So anyways, I'm already 5 minutes in, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. So the first question is, do you think you'd ever try making your own figs on printer one day? No. Like, printing my own figs requires, first of all, like if you actually want to make like good quality figs, you need a really expensive printer. I'm sure in the future I could afford one, but I do not have the time nor the desire to go about doing that, because I need to like get artwork and stuff and make a style and do all the designs and stuff. So I'm just gonna say no on that. I'm more than happy to just buy from other brands, and I like doing that. I like unboxing stuff and showing my stuff off because I'm a douchebag. So, but yeah, that's my long-winded answer to that. Question 2: opinion on modern and why you don't collect it. Well, to me, modern is just a bit too complicated. And also, it's like, first of all, I think it's a little too complicated. I mean, if I got into it, I'm sure I could, figure it out and everything. But modern has like all these uniforms, and all these nations have their own camouflages and stuff, and like slightly different loadouts of everything. And the second part to this is that I don't want to overextend my hobby. I just do what I can afford. And I'm one of those people that if I'm going to go into something, I'm going to go in hard. Like, I'm going to go in and like make a huge difference or have a huge impact or whatever. And you can see with my collecting and my building, if you look back like two years ago, I was a relatively, kind of semi-unknown newcomer that didn't have a lot. And now, like, I've stopped building. I took a break from that, which I will touch on later. But in terms of like collecting figs and stuff, I've just absolutely exploded. And not to toot my own horn, but I think I'm like definitely up there in terms of the top collectors. But of course, there's people, I know several people that have like even better collections than I am, but I'm very happy with my collection. So yeah, anyways, I just find it a little too complicated, and also I don't want to overextend my hobby. Next question. What first got you into Lego? And answer my DMs too. I will answer the second part first. I'm very sorry I'm not answering DMs. I'm a very busy person in real life. I work really hard, although some people seem to think I don't work really hard, but hey, I guess you can say that when you don't know someone. I'm mostly working, I'm mostly doing school, and lately I'm just focusing more on real life at the moment. I'm sure later, like, I'll get back into things more, like with actual more content and like actually building stuff. But yeah, sorry, I just get so many messages and I have very limited time to respond to people, so I'm sorry about that. And what first got me into Lego? Well, I vividly remember going to like, I think it was Toys R Us or something with my dad, and I think it was after Episode 3 came out, like Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, and my dad just bought me like the original Lego Speeder. It was still on shelves, and I freaking loved that set. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, which really sucks. But yeah, that's how I got into Lego. My dad just bought it for me one day. Next question: the most overrated tank. All right, I think the most overrated tank, in my opinion, is the T90/T90M. When that thing came out, the T90 is basically just a upgraded T72 that the Russians rebranded so it would sound better. The new turret is nice and all with like the welded turret and stuff, but the T90M, when that thing came out, I think it was 2017 when it was revealed. I could be wrong. Or earlier, I think. When that came out, that was hyped. That was hyped like crazy. Like, oh, there's like a Russian, tank that's on par with all these Western tanks. But with the Russo-Ukraine war, like 100 of those things have been destroyed or something, and it's just pretty underwhelming. It's just like any other Russian tank, like T-80, T-72. A little bit better, but not by any appreciable margin. Next question is a big, not answering because that's NSFW. Next question is, okay, this one is the big one. This is the first question about the recent drama in the community. Due to the recent drama with blank, what would you say to people who still want to buy from them? Well, personally, and this is where some people will get triggered with me, because a lot of my friends have just taken up the mantle of like, I will never buy from this brand again. And I respect them for that, and I wish them good luck. But for me, at the end of the day, I just want to have a kick-ass collection. I just want to enjoy the hobby. So I will be honest, I don't have too much personal emotional investment in this. If I did, that would be really sad, because this is just literally a hobby about ludicrously expensive plastic. So I would say to them, yeah, fine, just, it's your money, it's your choice, go ahead and still buy from them. I will say that other people in the community will judge you for that, and whether that's fair or not, that's debatable. You will be judged. They're a pretty stigmatized brand now, for a valid reason, in my opinion. And yeah, I don't know. It's just your money. Do what you want with it. But just know that. Just understand the risks that happen when you do, which I might touch on later. Next question is, what do you think on third-party Lego becoming more 3D printed based? So I'm assuming you are definitely referring to Brickmania, and how they're 3D printing more and more stuff. I actually have a whole video on this, where they did it on their Tiger. That's kind of an infamous video now. I kind of regret it because it makes me look more negative to Brickmania than I actually am. I love Brickmania and I highly recommend them. But what do I think? I think the larger the worse. Like, if you're doing whole cannon barrels, that's bad. If you're doing small thing that's like the size of a one by one stud, I think that's totally fine. Like maybe a little smoke grenade launcher or something that can like be easily replaced by a Lego part. So yeah, smaller the better, larger the worse. So yeah. Next question is, what got you into Lego World War II collecting, and what was the first figure you ever bought? So I will answer the second part first. The first figure I ever bought, I have two answers to this. The first one is a Roglins decal. If any of you guys know what that is, you're a veteran in this community and I respect you. You're a Chad. Basically just a water slide decal. That was the first one. Technically, the first printed fig I bought was a Brickmania OG tanker, like U.S. tanker, from their original M4 Sherman. A lot of people have a lot of those, very common. Pretty solid print. But yeah, I guess that's technically my first printed fig. And what got me into Lego World War II collecting? Well, it was after I played Call of Duty 3 and Call of Duty World at War. And then, one day I'm just like, so I played Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty World at War, and I also saw JS Lego Masters, like original videos like Battle of Ramel and stuff. That's basically just an adaptation of Saving Private Ryan, the final battle. And that's what really like got me into Lego World War II, and that's when I started like making figures from World War II and stuff. So yeah, that's what started it all. Kind of funny that I played World at War as such a young kid, and now look how I turned out. You'd be the judge of that. Did it screw me up? Who knows? Next question. Okay, this is related to the recent drama as well. Opinion on blank controversy. All right, so for me, there's two separate parts to this. And one of the parts I don't really care about, and the other part I do heavily care about, and I've already responded to it like 4 to 5 months ago, and that just happened again. So I'll just talk about the first part, the part that I don't care about. So the copying part, and them copying other, stuff, commissions from other brands, and I especially have a say in this because I am in those commissions. I actually think I own all of those commissions, and it directly affects me, and that really sucks. But I don't care too much because I'm just kind of a desensitized person now. But yeah, it's really bad. It just creates more unnecessary drama and BS in the community, and it opens them up to be copied by their competitors even more. But to step back a little bit, the reason why they copy so much is because they are the original victim. And what do I mean by this? Well, they started a long time ago, like, about a decade ago, really. And they were like the first victims of copying, and they were like really salty by that. And I understand that. I totally understand. But how they react, they should be the bigger man in the situation. Let me put it in a horrible analogy. So let's say, like, I have a friend and you kill my friend. What should I do? Do I kill 3 of your friends? Do I kill your friend? No, I go through and I do the right ways to get justice on you. I try to get you arrested and get you prosecuted and stuff. I don't get you put in jail. I don't illegally like retaliate against you. That's stupid, and that's just causes more destruction and dumbassery and stuff. But what this brand has done, they are the original victim, so their friend got killed, but what do? They decide to, like, kill 10 friends. They decide to retaliate by doing the same thing on a much larger scale, and that's pretty childish, to be honest. It's pretty stupid. It's really bad. It furthers the cycle of bullshittery in the community. It's really annoying. But personally, I don't care too much because it's just gonna be a fact of how things are, really. But I will say, like, this is the farthest we've ever seen it gone, and it's crazy. And if you're one of those people who buys like those copied fakes, just understand that the guy who worked on those designs, like, he worked really hard. Like, he legitimately worked like really hard, had multiple revisions, and just be respectful and kind of and acknowledging of where that original effort came from. So it really sucks. But ultimately, I think it sucks, but yeah, I guess, call me a douchebag, whatever. I don't care. So the second part to this, there's a whole different other part to this that, in my opinion, is way worse. So this brand has, I'm just gonna say it because I am censoring them. They doxed the customer, and this customer was a minor, and it was very recent. Like, they openly doxed them after this customer posted, a negative review. And it was written pretty poorly because they're a child, to be honest. But they are a verified, like, paying customer. Everyone knows this person in the community. This person left the community because of this. But I knew the person. Everyone else knew the person. They were a legitimate buyer. They had legitimate criticisms, but they're a child, and they just wrote a strongly worded review. And this brand, instead of, like, responding normally, coherently, level-headed, they just straight up, like, doxed this child. Like, when this child posted his review, it was really dumb of him. He had his full name, So it would be easy to go into the database of the brand and find this customer. And that's what they did. They found this information and they just posted it in a response, just a full docs. And they deleted that. That was deleted like pretty quickly after. But it was left up for like several days. I think it was a bit ago. I don't remember the details too much, but I do have a screen recording right here by myself. I witnessed it. It's going to be blurred out, of course, because it's just really gross. But it happened. And then recently, they also tried doxing or have doxed another customer as well, because he wrote another really negative review. And instead of responding level-headedly, they just overreact and try to steal their customers' information. Like it's crazy. I don't know. It's really disgusting. And that's why 4 to 5 months ago, when the first dox happened, that's why I stopped uploading videos related to this brand. That's why I don't unbox them anymore. That's why I don't review them anymore. I still buy them. I still say their products are very high quality. I don't bash the products. I just really dislike the business character. It has huge issues. And I even know guys who are like original super fans, you know, and they love being super fans and they love being associated with this brand. But lately they're like, man, I just feel like sick when I buy or how I'm associated with them. Like, it just feels gross because they do this. And because of my association, it kind of leads me, like, I don't know, it's really gross. And I even see in a lot of my personal friends who love buying from them, they're finally deciding to hang up the jacket, hang up the boots, and not buy from them anymore because they are just that toxic. It's crazy. They recently just started this. It's been not even a week, so I don't know how well that's going to go. To be honest, I don't think it will go that well. I'm just being realistic. I'm still going to buy from them. And by the way, I'm still, like, in the future, if they change, and if you're listening, like, specific brand, if you are listening, I'm still, like, open to going back and reviewing your products and everything if you improve. Like, I just, currently, as the way things are, I just don't want to, I just can't, like, publicly, like, post reviewing a product from this brand where they just do that. It's just too much for me. Love your products, love the quality of your products. I will still keep buying from you. I will still keep praising the quality of your products, but I can't praise the business character right now. It's just too toxic. You need to turn it down, man. You just gotta dial it back. And for your own sake, I'm sure you'll be fine, but you're just destroying your image in the long run. It's crazy. What else do I want to say on this? I might not cut this out. I think I'll leave this like as one cut because I'm having a really long pause here. I don't know, this is just really tough, and it really sucks because I just want this to be a hobby. I don't want to be involved in stupid drama. I hate it. That's why I am censoring the names of these brands when talking about drama. But yeah, I don't know. This is legitimately like making me depressed. So I'll just move on. Next question: will you ever do an updated vehicle showcase? Last one was like 2 years ago. The answer is yes. However, I have no idea when. That just depends on my mood and when I'm ready to do such things. To be honest, when I upload and stuff, it depends on two things. Number one, it depends on my mood. And number two, it depends on when I get like hauls from different brands. So I will be having 2 videos coming out soon for separate brands. Getting their stuff. So and by the way, I never get just a random note, I never get anything for free. everything I get, I pay for with my own money. Some people have said like, oh yeah, you get like free stuff or deals and stuff. No, I don't. I get everything for free. The only time I benefited directly from a brand was when I asked them to reserve a fig for me because I was at work, so I wasn't able to buy it at the time. Like I had the money, but I just wouldn't be on a device at the time to buy it, so I just asked them to reserve it, and they did that, and I paid for it like an hour later after the release. That's the only time I guess I quote unquote benefited from a brand. But other than that, this is all my own money. So yeah. Next question: ranking top 5 companies. Okay, so I already answered this in my first attempt of this video, so I'll just say it again. Number 1 is Angel Bricks. No surprise. I actually have a whole video on this. I have a tier list video. It's probably like outdated by now. I think I've changed my mind on some things. But number 1 is Angel Bricks. Number 2 is Forstmann Bricks. Their customer service is amazing. They're so nice. I love the quality of their products. They're just absolute British chads. Number 3 is Parabellum Bricks. They are also chads. Customer service is amazing. They're very nice. Love them. Love their quality. Number 4 is TMC. If you're wondering why they're number 4, just go back and watch the video, the tier list video that explains it. And number 5 is Brickmania. Personally, I don't buy Brickmania figs or kits anymore, but I still love using them as like an Ace Hardware, and I love their perfect calibers and stuff, like their printed brick arms. So yeah, that's my top 5. Still subject to change. This is not a definite list. All right, next question is, also, will you ever return to the Building Blank vehicle series? Yes, I don't know when. Short answer. Excuse me. Next question, AB or PBB? Angel Bricks or Parabellum Bricks? I already answered this like 5 seconds ago. It's Angel Bricks, and I hate choosing one over the other. I love them so much. They're both just absolutely amazing. But yeah, personally, Angel Bricks. Sorry, Parabellum Bricks. I love you guys. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Please don't hate me. Next question, what's your current mock progress? 0% right now. Don't have a mock going on, LOL, because I don't have the time. But I'm hoping I can go to Brick Fair, Virginia next year. That's a very strong maybe, because we're literally a year out right now. I was talking to this guy who went there, and I've seen all the stories and stuff, and it looks so fun. Like, it legit just looks so fun. But if I were to go, I want to do like something notable. I don't want to like try to be the best, because that's like unrealistic. I'm still like relatively inexperienced with like terrain building and diorama building and stuff. But I want to do something impactful for Brick Fair, Virginia, and I haven't really decided on that. I haven't even decided if I'm going, but I would like to go. But like two main things that are holding me back is like, number 1, my real life schedule. I don't know what I'll be doing in the next year. I might have a new job. I don't know. Who knows? Number 2 is I have a major hearing disability, and that's a major concern, especially for like large events with a lot of noise. So if I do go, I will have to have my girlfriend come with me, or some trusted person to escort me and be with me a lot of the time. So just because my hearing is so bad. But yeah, 0%. So next question is, opinion on the blank situation and the doxing, IP grabbing stuff. I already answered this, so I will move along. Next question is, can you show us how the door mechanism on your Horch Kugelwagen works? Sure, just give me a second. Alright, so here's the Horch. You can see the doors there. I'm using brick arms, monopods, I know, which is pretty annoying. And then I'm using like arms here So you can kind of see how that works. But because I do that, I get this really nice like flush look with the doors. Hopefully you can see that. You can see like how the doors sit in there like perfectly. So they can open, but you don't like see a hinge. So yeah, looks pretty nice. Next question is, favorite vehicle in your collection? I would say it's either... Actually, I think it's the Sherman Firefly, yeah. Yeah, it's the Sherman Firefly. The 5C, by the way, the most recent one I built. Next question is, your comments about recent situation with blank. I already answered that, so we're moving on. Next question is, full opinion on the blank versus blank conflict. I already answered this, and once again, I just want to restate this. If they show genuine improvement, I don't care about the copying stuff that much. What I really care about is the doxing stuff and like releasing customers' information. That's absolutely crazy. But if they show like genuine improvement somehow, I think I'll go back to showcasing and reviewing their stuff. But yeah, it's just gross. Next question. Honest answer. How much have you spent on minifigs over the years? Keyword years. Answer is thousands of dollars. I don't have a definitive figure. And it's very subjective because, well, I guess not, because like we're just talking about how much I spent. Thousands of dollars, but I can afford it. And if you're mad about that, go and cry in a corner. Next question is, when did you start collecting figures? I would say probably, I think 2014. Yeah, I think it was about 2014 when I saw JS Lego Master stuff. Yeah, so answer to that. Next question is, why do you design 135 stuff instead of 145? I do 135 because it's just like a better play scale. You can usually fit minifigs in 135 vehicles better. I just like that more. That's a pretty attractive characteristic to me. But 145 arguably has even more advantages. It just looks better when figures are standing next to the vehicles, and also it's cheaper. And also the techniques are like a lot cooler. So yeah, it's like cheaper. You can have more. They're smaller, so you can have more in a space. Which I'm certainly jealous of, because like I'm pretty much out of room right now, which is one reason why I've kind of stopped building, because I literally don't have room for like new vehicles, which really sucks. But yeah, that's my somewhat disjointed answer. Next question is, what made you start collecting World War II figs? I already answered this. It was a combination of like playing older Call of Duties and what is it? Brain fart. Watching JS Lego Master on YouTube. Next question is, explain your design philosophy. What is prioritized and why? Oh, you're one of my builder buddies. I really like your stuff, by the way. I highly look up to you. But anyways, man, my voice is like starting to die because I'm just yapping so hard right now. My design philosophy is like maximum scale, like just getting the scale absolutely perfect. The overall scale, like the basic length, width, and height. I get those down first, and then I go in and then I work on the smaller details and stuff. That's I guess my philosophy. And why is it prioritized? I just like things looking historical, looking how they should be. Kind of a nerd in that. So yeah. By the way, I love your stuff, and I can't wait to get back into building because what you're doing right now is freaking insane. Next question is, why have you ghosted me? Ghost emoji. I am so sorry, dude. This goes back to one of the earlier questions about not answering DMs. I just get so many DMs like in a day, in a week, and I'm so busy right now. So yeah, I'm very sorry, but I will get back to you eventually and stuff. That's kind of how I talk to people in the community. Like I'll just kind of respond here and there and stuff. It just depends on how much time I have, like if I'm like low key depressed or not. But yeah, it's nothing against you. It is not against anyone personally. It's just me. All right, it's just me. And you're a very cool dude, by the way. You're very fun to talk to. Next question is, will you ever try 145? Oh, this is by another special guy in the community. So the guy who asked this, he's amazing at 145, along with others. But the answer, maybe, probably not in the near future. No. I don't know. I guess I don't know. It's just my best answer here because I'm currently taking a break from building because my real life is just so busy. Yeah, I don't know. I wanna try it because 145 has like its own set of techniques that they need to accomplish things, and it's really cool to learn that and then apply it to 135. So I think like at some point I will try 145 as a way to push myself and to see if I can learn new things. But in terms of the time frame for that, I have no idea. Next question: do you think TMB, which means the mini brick, has potential and will be a good brand in the future? Personally, I still find them bad. I totally understand what you're saying. I think they definitely have potential. Their work ethic is very hard, and I respect that a lot. I have been guilty of bashing them in the past. And personally, in my personal opinion right now, I still think their quality is not that great. I mean, not that good enough for me to buy them and review them. I hate saying that because that makes me sound like a douchebag. I guess I am a douchebag. But I just like stuff that's good quality. As with the majority of people, you know, they like stuff that's good quality, and I like stuff of a certain style. So like United Bricks, their print quality is very good. They just have a certain style that doesn't quite match up with this style that I like. But I still like United Bricks came out with like a World War II French soldier with like U.S. equipment. It has like these lines and it looks really good. Like I'm really jealous. And they also came out with this French partisan, and he looks really good. And they also came out with this like electrician guy who has like dot pants, I think, and he looks really good. So I don't know, man. And also the UB, what is it? The SAS fakes. They're really good. And their World War I pilot fakes are super. Like, oh man, I'm just glazing UB right now. I love spectating UB, but they just don't fit my current style of collecting right now. But anyways, to go back to TMB, I just went on a huge tangent there. I apologize. To go back to TMB, their helmets are great. I highly recommend their helmets. I think their design is fine right now. Obviously, they can still work on it and stuff, but their design quality is fine. It's good enough. I just think they need to improve their raw print quality, but I'm sure they're already working on that, and I'm sure they are very well aware of that, and they're probably saving up for a better printer right now. That would be the logical move, in my opinion. Just invest in the business as much as you can. So, yeah, I think they have quality. I think they have potential. Next question: new tank sometime soon. Not in the near future. I have started working on one, but I'm kind of working on it intermittently. And like I said, I am taking a break, so I'm just kind of doing it when my mood allows me to, and when time allows me to, which is those two things have to be good for me to work on a new tank. Yeah, not in the near future. Next question is, how do you draw inspiration for builds when you're in a slump? Well, I go to War Thunder and I play War Thunder. I know, kind of a cringe answer, but a lot of people do that in the community. But recently I saw this French guy, and he answered a very similar question, like how do you get build inspiration? And he said that he looks at like models, like regular models of stuff, and models of terrain and buildings and stuff, and then he just kind of adapts that into Lego, which I think is a really clever and smart way, because a lot of models out there are very imaginative and stuff. So yeah, looking at models, and also just look at pictures, I guess, photographs. Sometimes it's a little hard to find photographs, but yeah, that's my that's my rough answer there. Next question is, what do you think about Brick Panda minifigures? Currently, I don't know anything about that brand, so I will just move along. Sorry about that. Next question is, do you still design vehicles? Yes, but I am taking a break right now, but I will come back eventually. Next question is, do you know any good ways to mount pioneering gear on the side slopes of T-34s or M10s? That's a pretty specific question, and that really depends on the model of the vehicle, because there's different techniques you can do for the sides. The most common side technique for the T-34 is those 45-degree slopes. And what I've seen is like people using 1x1 plates with vertical clips on the side, and they like kind of invert those or something, and they do that. I don't have a model in front of me, so I can't really answer this that well. Hopefully that helps. Probably didn't. I'm sorry. I guess I'm a douchebag. Next question is, will you build a 1-to-1 scale tank? Bob's your uncle. Next question is, why did you... Oh, this one's kind of spicy. Why did you delete all of your posts from Instagram? You had some great photos. I'm sorry. One day I just got kind of moody because I was being a douchebag, and I just kind of overreacted, and I didn't delete them. I archived all of them, so maybe at some point I will unarchive some, because there's some posts I really like. But I also, before I got butthurt and archived all my posts, I did have this idea of just kind of restarting on my aesthetics for my posts. I know that's a really cringe answer, but believe it or not, some people like to do that, kind of like myself. In which you kind of seen I do. I just pretty much shifted to photography now, which I really like. Photography is pretty relaxing and stuff. And I just kind of want to have like a page of like high quality like photography with like badass figs and stuff and cool builds. But yeah, me just being a butthurt boy. But it's mostly just me wanting to, I guess, like do a soft reset on my posts and stuff. Next question is, advice to a newcomer to the community. Yes, build connections. If you actually want to get like serious cool stuff done, build connections, be a nice guy, be a helpful guy, and don't be a douchebag for no reason. And also, in terms of your content creation, just experiment. Don't be afraid to experiment. And then see if you can find a stride that works for you, and then just go with it. And also, if you're like trying to collect, just be patient. If you're looking for stuff, excuse me. If you're looking for stuff, just be patient. Good deals will come. when you're patient. So yeah, that's my cringe advice. Next question is advice to an aspiring content creator mocks the YouTube. I already kind of answered this in the previous question. Just trial and error on the mocks, and also with YouTube. Just trial and error, I guess, on the type of content you like. And also, don't force yourself to do stuff. Just only do it when you really want to do it. People can tell, like, if you're just forcing something, and the quality of that video will be bad. I like doing Q&As. I like rambling. I like yapping. I like engaging with the community in a broader aspect like this. So I like doing this. I frequently do Q&As on my Instagram. So yeah. And also, if you really want to take off and like the Lego military on YouTube, do stop motions. Like if you can get a really good stop motion out that's decent length with good quality, that stuff will explode. People love that content. So, but that's very hard to do. Stop motion is very difficult. So I highly respect the people who do it. I did it a bit in the past, and it was a really fun time. It's a really cool time. So next question is, do you love me? Yes, I do. Next question is, more photography when? Yes, that's my answer. Just kidding. Hopefully soon. Basically just when I have the time and motivation. So soonish, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Next question is, rate custom Lego companies on a tier list. I already did that as a video, and I already answered that in this video as a top 5. So that's already answered. Next question is, do you enjoy being a part of the creator community? What are things you wish were different? Yes, I love enjoying being a part of the greater community. And the things that I wish were different was certain brand toxicity. And that's all I wish different, to be honest. I know, kind of and also scammers. I wish scammers weren't here. Freaking worst people ever, absolute douchebags. Yeah. Next question is, what is your favorite German unit and your least favorite unit, and why is it? My favorite German unit is the Hermann Goering Panzer Division, not because they committed some war crimes, which is absolutely screwed up. Why would even someone like a unit for that? That's just screwed up. I like them because their composition is very unique. First of all, they are a Luftwaffe unit that uses tanks, and they use electrician camouflages. So they just kind of use stuff from all different aspects of the German military, which is kind of crazy. So they're very unique. And my least favorite German unit, oh man, this one is spicy. To be lame, to be non-specific, it's all of the electricians because of their horrible war crimes. And especially the Derlewanger Brigade. Man, I cannot pronounce that. Those are just absolutely horrible. But I still collect everything. And I said this before, I will collect everything. I just want to be a badass collector. So what I collect does not fully represent the character of my person. Next question is, how do you get started with collecting Lego military? I already answered that. Next question is, are you done with blank? So this is from the recent controversy. I already answered this. No. I still treat this as a hobby, and I gotta be honest with you, I still like their products, so I will still buy what I like. But I already made a compromise 4 to 5 months ago that I won't review their products anymore, because I currently heavily disagree with with some of their recent actions, which is just absolutely horrible. But yeah, I'm open to if they actually change in a positive way, then I will bring back showcasing their products and stuff. Next question is, how do you think this whole thing in Ukraine is going to end? Oh my gosh, this is a really spicy question. First of all, I think we're at least 2 to 3 years out until this war ends. I think we're in the halfway point now. Both sides are like really exhausted, and it's still up in the air, like who's gonna win. I think it's most likely that it's going to be a negotiated settlement where Russia is making some concessions, but not all of the concessions that Ukraine wants. So I don't know, man. I support Ukraine. I want them to win 100%. I want them to get back their 1991 borders and join NATO after the war, because this is horrible and this war should never happen again, and they should get permanent security. Yeah, I have no idea. So next question is, when did you start collecting? I already kind of answered that. Next question is, what is your favorite vehicle of World War II? Sherman Firefly. I think I already answered this too. But yeah, Sherman Firefly. Just a badass Sherman. Next question is, opinions on game brick headgear. I love game brick headgear. Me and the boys love game brick headgear, and I highly recommend them. They're based out of Russia, so if you don't want to support Russia, that sucks. No, I misphrased that. I understand. It just sucks that you're missing out on great products. But yeah, all the boys and I love game brick headgear. Highly recommend. Next question. Most interesting army in World War II. This is going to be a lame answer, and I hate to say this, but it's the electricians. And why is it the electricians? Because all of their units are so, I guess, unique. Like they all, this unit is like these groups of people from this region, and they have like this ideological fanaticism that makes them crazy and stuff. They have such a large variety, and some of their units are like involved in a lot of major battles. So yeah, I know that's just a really cringe basic answer, but it's the electricians, and I think most people would objectively agree with me on that. They have a lot of variety. I'm also really interested in Japan and Italy. But unfortunately, like they just do not get like a lot of attention at all, which really sucks. Next question is, favorite memory from this hobby? Yes, it was destroying that scammer kid. So that's my favorite memory. Such a W moment for me and everyone that was involved. Next question is there too much electricians in the community? I would say overall, yes, but I understand why there is so much. But yes, I agree with you. Yes. And the last question is, any new vehicle builds you're planning? Yes, I'm currently working on a German tank and a British truck, but I have slowly been working on them because I'm taking a break. And man, my voice is dying, so I'm gonna have to end I'm going to have to end the video here. I am under an hour now, which is amazing. The original recording of this was freaking 80 minutes, which was insane. Hopefully this is more watchable now. And I think I only have to make 1 or 2 cuts, actually, because I kind of answered everything consecutively. I'm sorry for making you guys watch all this brain rot. Oh, whoops. Watching all these fakes, so... but hopefully it was a good enough background. But yeah, expect 2 new videos soon, 2 more reviews of stuff, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.